Yesterday was Halloween, and
What did you do?
well, in the morning, at noon. I had my first. They call it a smoker of a fight for MMA,
Yeah.
and that's basically where it's not an official record,
Yeah.
but it's an unofficial fight, just so that way you can gain experience and basically like a little pre-match, I guess you can call it. I don't know.
So you basically had like a fight for like UFC.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
It wasn't like a real UFC fight, but
I wanted it to be an MMA fight.
But is it MMA or was it boxing?
It was kickboxing.
Okay.
Which is a lot harder, I think. To me, it requires a lot more stamina in general compared to MMA. Because in MMA, like, there are certain times where you could pick the guy up, put him on the ground, lay on him, and then you can rest on him while he's struggling to breathe while you're resting on top of him.
Yeah.
So that's why I like MMA better. Plus, I feel like, not to brag, but I feel like I lift a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like my
Lifting
weight,
someone up and doing
my weight
jujitsu
class is super easy to just pick up and then just slam on the ground. I feel like that's super easy. But my God, was I not prepared for?
I told you it was gonna like restless. Like fighting is super hard. Like trying to last like those 3 rounds is crazy.
Fighting for longer than a minute was like, damn. Like I wanted to fucking like shoot myself, cause like mind you, I had a friend there and he made me laugh.
Yeah.
And it was during like the little stare off that you have with your guy.
Yeah.
And I guess that pissed the guy off that I laughed. And he goes, "Keep laughing, motherfucker." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Are you for real?
Yeah, he said
that.
He took it that far, and I was like, "Oh shit, bro, whatever." And like I don't know. I guess I don't know if that, because I don't know. I'm really bad with emotions. Like I have no emotion.
That's why we named the podcast what we did.
Exactly. So when I laughed and he got mad, I was like, "Fuck,
it's not that serious."
No, it wasn't even like. It's not that serious. It was like, fuck, am I supposed to be mad?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm supposed to be a little bit more energetic right now. But like to me, like I stood in front of him, I really didn't care. There was just no emotion, not a care in the world. I laughed because he made me laugh. And then I was like, fuck. And then the round started, touch gloves because they make you touch gloves. And then he sprinted at me. Like I have the video. He sprinted at me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, well, shit. Like as soon as he like started sprinting, I was like, fuck. He was just better conditioned than I was.
He's probably doing it longer.
Yeah, he for sure was, because I've only been doing it for 2 months, and then after the fight, which I was gonna get into later, but after the fight, I spoke to him and I was like, oh, like because that's what it is. There's MMA is really more about like the respectful portions of it and all that stuff. So everyone was like, oh, thanks for the fight type shit. And then I asked him, I was like, yeah, dude, how long you been training? You're really good or whatever. He's like, I've only been training for like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've been training for about 2. But that shit was like, it was a little bit weird. I mean, I guess that's not a big gap when you think about it, but it is if you really do think about it. Because like a couple months, like, not much can happen, but oh, motherfucker, a lot can happen in that amount of time.
Yeah.
Like,
you can learn some things. Everything's new.
Think about school. Like you're there for like, 2 weeks and you went through 3 sections of history class and that shit. Now you fucking know about fucking George Washington, the American Revolution, and all that shit. So those months really did make a difference, and I fucking felt it, because after the first round, I was like, damn, dude, I can't fucking keep up. But he gassed himself out too.
He should never sprint.
He did do that, but I was already just so gassed out because I was trying to keep up with his pace, so that way I wouldn't get like destroyed in the first round.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I mean, he was good. My boxing's good. My kickboxing's shit. Yeah, is what I've learned. And
it's only been 2 months.
Yeah,
you still got time.
But if it was MMA, I guarantee it would have been.
It would have been over.
But what I was gonna say is that I don't know if let me ask you. So what do you think this is? Supposedly it was 1 round him, 1 round me, because it's 3 rounds.
Yeah.
And then on the 3rd round, 20 seconds left, he threw up, and then they kind of like said like we could stop.
If he was throwing up, he had no. You won that, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because
that's what my mom said too.
Yeah, you threw up, you lost.
Yeah.
Because think about it, after you throw up in a fight, like your body's
dude, like
I've never a mess too, but it comes with like fighting and shit.
I've never been knocked out, but like there was points where he would hit me. I would see it coming. I'd be so tired. I'd be
You
like,
just can't lift your arm.
I'd be like, bro, just do it. Like, there was so many. He kicked me in the head a few times, and I saw it coming because, you know, leg is like, mind you, my hands aren't even up at this point because I'm so tired. I can't keep these fucking gloves up, and I look at it, and I'm like, all right, well, there it is. I see it. Here it comes. Kapoof. But I would barely move.
Yeah.
But it had force, but it didn't have like a lot of power. So it's not like it was strong enough to knock me out. But I was so tired. I was like, bro, I might just lay down real quick. Like, it's never like I blacked out and I saw stars.
I told you it was gonna be exhausting.
I mean, I wanted to do it for sure because I wanted the experience. But holy fuck.
I told you it's gonna be long.
After that, I was like, damn, maybe I should stop eating McDonald's and shit. Because there was, mind you, I have never even trained with a mouthpiece. And
you didn't wear a mouthpiece?
No, I did, but I've never trained with a mouthpiece. Like, I bought one I didn't.
For the fight.
I borrowed one because my friend bought like a pack for like Amazon, and he had a bunch of spares, so I borrowed it. He's not getting it back. Never mind. I took it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, you know, it's just a mouthpiece. You know, I've never thought about it. I've played a little bit of football back in the day, and the only thing that
those are different.
Fuck yeah, they're different.
They're different.
Yeah. So and I didn't boil this new one that I have either. So it wasn't like fitted to my mouth or whatever like that. And then when I was there, I was like, all right, no problem. A mouth guard, you know, the worst that a mouth guard's ever done to me is just make me drool a lot. Cause, you know, like, I don't know why, it just makes me drool. And then as we're fighting, it kind of restricts your breathing, which I knew somewhat, but when you're like, because in football, what you're doing explosive.
Yeah, but you can spit it out too. Like I had the mouth guard when I was playing that was connected to the face mask.
You wrap it around.
So depending on, like, if we took a break from the play, just took it out.
Yeah, you were able to take a break
then spit, put it back in, and did my
routes. But you would have breaks of, I don't know.
Yeah,
you would have
breaks where someone would swap, or
you would have explosive. You'd have to be explosive for about what do you think the average play in a football game lasts? It's just a play, like what, 30 seconds, 40 seconds?
Yeah, 40.
Yeah,
it depends on the play.
Yeah, so it's like
even less, like 20.
Yeah,
the ball just gets dropped, and you just
exactly.
do another play.
So you don't have to, like, first of all, you're not exerting too much energy for those super short plays. But when you're there giving like 110% for a minute, and then, you know, only get 30-second breaks, like, your saliva just gets thick.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't regulate your breathing right. So that's what happened to me. And then my like, since it wasn't fitted to my thing, I couldn't swallow my spit. I was just like, what?
No, go ahead.
So it wasn't like I couldn't really breathe.
Yeah.
And there was at one point where I just spit the mouthpiece out because I was like, dude, I can't breathe. Like, every time I tried to swallow, like, the spit, it just wouldn't go down. It would just get stuck. And then, like, the rubber, it was a pitch. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'll do it again. They supposedly are saying they're going to do it once a month. But I'm definitely going to...
Keep training.
I definitely need to work on my stamina. Not going to lie, I probably need to eat better.
Yeah.
The day before I had Burger King. I won't lie.
It's on you, man. Already told you about that. So that was your Halloween?
That was my Halloween. And then afterwards...
It took a whole fucking 10 minutes to explain that, but...
Well, I wanted to tell my whole fight story, man. That's an origin story right there. The first fight. And then I just went to a friend's house and then just chilled there for a little bit. And then after that, I had work today.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, fucking... I don't know why, but we did.
Yeah.
That shit was empty. What about you? What'd you do yesterday on Halloween?
Nothing.
You didn't go to any parties or any?
I did.
Nothing happened at the party. You just went to the party.
Went to the party.
You partied.
Had some water. Had one cup of beer. That was it.
All right.
Yeah. Nothing much.
All right. Yeah. I guess that's your day, huh?
It. Yeah, that's my day. It's life of Khalif.
Where was the party at? Was it like a big party, a little party?
Small.
So people weren't wearing masks or anything like that?
No, I need to see faces, dude.
Yeah, a lot of people, they only made the parents wear masks at the MMA fight,
That makes no sense, but that comes into it. For COVID, like,
what?
The cases are spiking up.
Oh yeah, I feel like this is, you know,
the cases are spiking up again.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be. There's gonna be another wave where they're gonna be like, all right, we need to simmer down again just a little bit. So?
But I think at this point, it's like I hate to sound like this, but it's like eat or be eaten.
Oh yeah,
like it's at this point is like, yo, if you like have like illness before, like it's on you. Like some people can just go outside, get hit with it, and be fine. Other people just die. To me, that's what at the point is getting to, because like this is kind of getting out of hand, bro. It's like, how long can we just follow this bullshit ass rules?
Yeah,
and like, because you're like, oh, how many people died? I forgot the number.
I don't know.
Like,
it changes every day, to be honest.
I think they said like 2 million. Like, what's our total population on Earth? I mean, not on Earth, in the U.S.
In the U.S., I'm looking at it right now. It says that total cases are 9.21 million cases overview.
That's overall.
That's overall in the No, that's in the U.S.
I'm talking about deaths, not cases.
Cases? Oh, I don't know. Deaths 231,000.
So only 231,000 people died out of 9.2 million.
Yeah,
that's a low percentage.
That's 9.21 million, 21 million in that people who've gotten it.
Yeah,
that's still not including the people who don't have it and that are still alive.
Yeah, but they're alive. Because they would have. When you die, they can test you. You can have it. They can tell.
When you die, they still test you?
They don't have to test you. They'll open up and check your lungs. But now they test you to see, like, if you just died of unexplained like reason, like, yo, he just dropped.
I'm sure yeah, it depends on the case. Like, if you get shot, they're gonna be like, oh, he died. But then I've heard that some people have died from that, and then they're like, oh, he died from his gunshot wound, and he probably had coronavirus.
He bled out faster because he had COVID.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, it's other situations. Like, bro, come on, man. He could have just died from the gunshot wound.
Yeah, they try to make it about everything. But, I mean, at the same time, it's like, I guess they want everyone to know that it's still a thing. I guess that's why they slip it in there. But if you ask me, there's only a handful of options that they could do. They could basically just say, all right, we've opened everything up for a little bit. They've made some money back where it can keep some businesses alive, because that's what really this is all about. This is all about business. This is all about the economy still trying to make money.
We're not gonna. It kind of depends on the election as well.
The election's another thing that everyone thinks that as soon as the election's over, they're gonna just find a cure.
It's not gonna. That's not how it works.
I mean, if it does, then it's definitely gonna be a threat of conspiracies after that.
Yes, that's a fact. But I don't know how. That's like I said. I think it's just at this point, it's like it's up to you if you want to risk it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that?
Like, yo, just go out. If you want to go around walking without no mask.
Oh, so you think you want to like basically like lift just all the bans? Open
everything up.
You think so?
At this point, is the risk. You know this, you know that. It's on you to take care of yourself. You know, take your vitamins. Because you look at it, a lot of people who have like good health, they're not really dying. They might have get it, but they fight it faster. But
yeah,
I know
a few people who've gotten it. And
I know, fine. Yeah, but they're young, you know. But it's usually like older people.
Well, that's what it does. It attacks older. I mean, it attacks their respiratory system.
All that.
Yeah, and that's more rough when you're an older person. So that's why it
and you have
kills
that
more
person's not exercising, not taking proper vitamins. Yeah. Like all this shit is gonna happen. But like they know the risk. You know what I mean? It's really up to that person.
I mean, at the same time though, like the businesses have a say in it too, because you could say lift everything, but a business can still say, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to limit how many people can come in here at a time.
You can do that. That's what I'm saying. You can still limit everything. Have the servers wear masks. That is. But I went to a restaurant the other day. Everyone who was sitting down wasn't wearing masks. And
because they sat down.
Bro, we weren't like even like that far away from each other.
Yeah.
It's not, to me, they're just doing bullshit to please people.
Yeah, that's what it is, really. At this point,
it's just they're trying to please people, but no one's really doing it.
It always just depends on where you are and like, I guess how many people are around you.
What do you mean?
Like in a restaurant, it's like, okay, like these people are gonna, only 6 at a table.
Yeah.
And then, but once you sit at the table, it's like you could take off your mask though, and it's like, really, what's the difference?
It's not.
It's like
It's not.
If you cough. Like let's say, if you're in a big open area, you're not in the corner, you're in the middle of the fucking restaurant, and then someone coughs, some people don't always cough into their arm. Some people cough like across their shoulder type shit, just so that way they don't cough in
the science of that. But I understand what you're saying. It's just like, to me, it's like one of those things. Is like if it happens, it happens. I guess. It's really on you. You got to make sure you, like I said, gotta take your vitamins and do all this other crap for it. But did you see that movie? It's called I think it's called COVID-23. I don't know if you can.
Oh yeah. I saw the trailer about that, and then something that was interesting about it is that it did like a bunch of basically like I guess you could kind of say
COVID camps or something like that. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. What was it? What the fuck is the name of it? It's
COVID-23. What are you talking about?
What is it, lockdown camps or something like that? What is it?
COVID concentration camps, not concentration camps.
I mean,
COVID, like sickness camp.
Basically, yeah.
You think that's
quarantine
possible?
camps?
Quarantine camps.
That's what the fuck.
You think that's possible though?
That's what I was gonna talk about. Like, do you think that that's like a thing that they would actually put into effect? I mean, I don't think so.
I don't. If it was like going crazy, like it was. I said crazy. If it was going like insane, where people were just dying and dropping, I think, yes, this would be different. So they will literally come, everyone's door, check. This house is good. Don't leave. Check. Yo, this house is contaminated. Come with me, or like, you know what I mean. Put a stamp. Yo, this is gonna. If it was really that bad, but to me, it's not.
It's not bad. Yeah. What?
Yeah, or we don't know. It can get better.
What do you think it has to be? What do you think? How far do you think it has to go for it to get that bad?
A million people have to die.
A billion people?
A million.
Oh, a million would have to die by it?
It just got to touch the 1 mil, and then the news people are going to cycle, and it's going to go down. Because right now, I think it was, 200,000 deaths?
231,000.
See, once that thing moves to 1 million, it changes, like, everyone's vision, if that makes sense. Like, not vision, but there's a certain word I'm not.
Perspective.
Yeah, it changes everyone's perspective. They're like, Joe, that's a million people. Yeah. So when you just say 200,000 out of, like, the United States, I don't know how many people's in the United States. So it just says over 400 million people in the United States. I think that's wrong, but I don't know. I don't know how many people in the United States, but let's just say it's over 100 million, right? Which it is. And if there's over 100 million and they like, yo, 1 million people died of COVID, like that's different than saying 200,000. If that makes any sense.
328.2 million people.
320, yeah. So one.
You were close. 400, basically.
I was close
because that was last year. So think about it.
Yeah. So 1 million people die, then that changes the whole perspective. It's like that's 1 million.
I think it's more in the time frame of when people die. Like if you tell me like, oh, by the way, like yesterday 1 million people died because of they'll be like, whoa, like, yeah, that's but so fast for so many people to die.
Like this year, I think 200-something thousand. Most of those cases died like that happened this year. But let's say 1 million people died just this year. Like yo, if 1 million people died this year, next year, what if it's 500,000 or what if it's 1 million again? Like this is not looking good. Yeah. But I think it was Bill Burr. He had like a joke about it. He was saying, I don't give a fuck if people go outside, man. We need to stunt the population anyway. There's too many of us motherfuckers out here. I agree with him.
I really do agree with that.
Yeah, let the idiots die. Yeah, go outside and kill your mom and your aunt.
Oh my god,
that was his whole monologue.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't really disagree with it, to be honest.
That's what I was saying. It's
at the same time, it sucks.
Eaten or be like what's the word? Killed or be killed.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. Is like just it's gonna prey on the weak, and the strong are gonna prevail.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like, yes, this is a bad thing, but it's really just buying time for us on Earth.
I don't know, man. We'll see. But we are overpopulated.
We're extremely overpopulated.
We are.
Speaking of space and Earth and all that stuff, did you hear about that? There's like an asteroid with like it has metallic properties that are worth like
in space.
Yeah, it's in space. It's an asteroid, and it's worth like I think it's like 10,000 or 100 quadrillion dollars. Yeah. Let me see if I can find.
I didn't hear it. If you can find like the name. What do you think about the election?
What about it?
What do you think is gonna win? I feel like Trump is gonna win, which I'm fine with either way. Like whoever wins is like we're both like we're shit.
We're kind of fucked either way. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, but I feel like for tax reasons, I would prefer Trump for tax reasons because like remember our parents are business owners.
Pretty much, so, yeah.
Like that's gonna like mess up pockets, like a lot.
Plus, I mean, no one just wants to pay more in taxes in general.
The Biden tax rule is just, it's insane, bro.
I haven't heard.
I understand there's a lot of poor people, and don't get me wrong. Like I know some people, they didn't choose to be poor; they're just born in that scenario.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of poor people who made it out of that. You know what I mean?
There. I feel like there's always a way out, and I feel like maybe it's just, I'm going to say for sure, probably every scenario that I've ever had with a homeless person, I've like, you could tell they kind of put themselves there somehow, some
Most
way.
of them do. They get
because they,
I'm not gonna say most of them, but a large percentage is like, all right, you didn't graduate high school, okay.
it's not even just about like,
No, I'm just giving you an example. They didn't graduate
Yeah.
high school. They just went into the workforce.
mhm.
Some other shit happened. You're taking drugs. You got in trouble.
It's
you
always
went to jail.
it's
It's always
just drugs
like
and
something
alcohol,
like that.
and especially here in
Florida, but it's worse
Florida,
in California.
in Miami and shit like that. Everyone's
Like California,
coked up
like
and
there's so many homeless people. Because why? Because they all went over there to become movie stars and become musicians. And guess what? That shit doesn't make the money sometimes.
if you really look at a lot of like especially like YouTubers and all these other famous people, they're like, oh, I went to California with 48 cents in a dream.
I know, it's like, bro,
And it's, you know,
it's not like that anymore. You don't have to go to California to like
of that
blow up.
is not like, it's not what they make it seem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you just got to go to here and then that's it. And then you know
Yeah.
they're gonna
That's
love you.
not-
They sign you to you, and you know you make all
It's
the money
a
in the
very
world.
small percentage. Very small percentage.
It's there's, don't get it wrong. There's a lot of successful people, but there's
yeah, but
way
there's
more people who tried.
did not make. If you
You know
look
what I
at the
mean?
percentage, bro, it's like less than 2%.
It's like when you interview for a job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, all right, you know, you ever done a group interview?
Yeah.
So you do a group interview,
Fuck you, Nike.
and then there's like what 10, 12 of you guys there, and then
Sometimes
like
20.
what only 3, 4 of you guys get
Make
picked
the final
out.
point, and probably 1 or 2 get.
That's
dropped.
like what 75% of them don't have jobs now.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know what I mean? Well, that's like basically the same ratio of it is
Yeah.
as if you were trying to make your dreams come
Yeah.
true. But yeah, that's
This is a bit crazy, but like I said, it's a lot of people put themselves in that position, in my opinion. Like, you don't have to just wake up and say, "Yo, I'm gonna be a doctor." Not everyone has to be a doctor. That's not what I'm saying. But you can find
That's
good
easy,
jobs. You can become a police officer. I know it's not like liked right now to become a police officer, but they make decent amount of money. You don't have to work at Burger King.
Do you think now, because of everything that's going on, it'll be harder to be, or not, let me not say harder to become a, maybe, yeah, well, it'll be harder to become a police officer, but they'll get a pay raise from it?
What do you mean?
Because obviously,
I think
job titles,
everyone's trying to like defund the police right now, which to me is a bad idea. Because if you think about it, let's say they do defund the police. What areas are you going to defund the police in? Like, we don't think about the rich areas. They want the cops, so they're not going to fight for it. The areas that
so it'd be like
want
what,
the police to be
what
defunded
zip code
are,
district type shit.
you know,
Yeah.
minority areas, which are already in bad neighborhoods. So now you're going to have minority areas with less cops.
It'd be even worse.
It's gonna be dandy and cool and kumbaya the first week and a half, but a month later,
Till a motherfucker gets hungry.
everyone's coming and criminals are coming. They're taking it over. It's plain and simple. Like, that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help to me. Like, defunding police. To me, they should get paid more, have longer training.
Yeah, that's.
But one thing we gotta remember is that they're humans, bro. Everyone's emotional tolerance is different.
Yeah, but that's something that they definitely had. They definitely
No,
need
I
to
think
train.
they should. The training they should get more money. I'm not saying defund. I'm saying more money and training. Because, dude, think about it. If they get paid more, I think that would attract more people to the job, and maybe better quality. Right? Well, it can go both ways.
I mean, it can, but in reality, you don't want someone getting a job because it pays well. You want someone getting the job because
But
they
to me, if
know.
it paid well, some more people be gladly to do it. Not everyone loves their jobs, but fuck, you got to work.
Yeah, but I'm
You
saying
have
it's
to
better.
work
It's
still.
better to get the right person for the job and then pay them a lot than just them. Like, why do you want to become a cop? I just like to pay. It's like, no, you gotta. You need like a full psychological
I know like
thing.
7 cops, and if you would have told them they were gonna become a cop, they're like, nah, it just happened. Like, do you like what you do? Yeah, it's cool. We'll like to do something else, but whatever, it pays good.
Well, yeah, but my point is that they just need like a more strict training regimen, you know, of not just their body, of their like more like their mind too, and how to handle situations. Because
Yeah.
there's so many videos you can find on cops of just like they come into across to a situation, and then you could see they panic. And when they panic, it's like, how do you expect the person?
Like I said, that goes into the training, bro.
That's why I'm saying they need a more.
It's
strict
a little
training.
different. Yeah, they do need a little more strict training. But think about it. How many cops are there in the United States? Let's look
less
it up.
now.
Let's look it up. So, but what did we find out before? It's 382 million people, right?
In the
Let's
U.S.
do some math.
Yeah.
So 382 mil. U.S. And how many people are police officers? I need like the.
I don't know if it'll give me the exact number.
I need like it's not even but an estimation, like a rough estimation. You're on the wrong page.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What is it? Type it in.
I did already. It's saying this.
All right, let me look it up. Stall.
Stall.
Did you see what happened in Philadelphia with the person who got shot? Look that up for me.
Which person got shot?
A black man got shot again. You didn't see that one?
Oh, where he was running towards the cops though?
Yeah, with a knife, and he was like mentally ill.
Yeah. And I saw his mom was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for those types of things.
That's one of those. Is just that's up in the air for me because
it's up in the air.
You ever been around like someone who's mentally ill?
Yeah.
Like I went to school with a kid who had like issues, and I remember he like just beat up 2 kids, just randomly.
Beat up 2 kids?
Beat the fuck up.
Oh my god.
2 kids, just beat them up. And you know everyone tried to relax, and then it took the security, the police guards you have on school.
Yeah.
It took those 2 big guys to stop them. Like you're just beating their ass. I'm not saying that case is a little different, but same thing applies here. I read that they called the ambulance and the police showed up.
But they called the ambulance on him?
The ambulance
or for him, I guess.
It was known that he had mental health issues. He'll lose it sometime. So I read that they called the ambulance and the police showed up. But to me, it's like, I know the ambulance are equipped, but are they really equipped to do that?
What, to deal with mental health?
They sort of are, but with a knife, it's different.
I'm sure that's why the cops showed up.
That's why the cops. This guy has a knife. He's terrorizing the neighbors.
Do you think he might have gotten shot though?
No, but it's either me or you.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, they were so far from him though. At the same time,
he was getting closer.
Yeah, but it's like,
are you gonna risk? What if he throws a knife and you lose your eye? You gotta look at the endless possibilities of your harm.
I guess, yeah, because
I hate to sound like a robot.
No, because that's literally what they train you. At the end of the day, they train you to watch out for yourself.
Bro, there's not a lot of us out here. Kind of gotta do the job. I understand, like, people are like, oh, but in hospitals they stop, but that's a hospital. That's a little different. Mm-hmm. Someone's not in a hospital and just pulls out a knife. They may grab like they try to grab their needle and but they have people trained just to stop you down. Mm-hmm. The police officers aren't really trained to deal with mental. They're trained to stop criminals, burglaries. They're not really trained for my son is crazy, and he may or may not stab someone. And this is the 7th time he pulled out the knife on us and the family. There's a case in like I don't remember what case, but this governor, I don't remember. I think it was Georgia. It was somewhere Georgia or Alabama. Mm-hmm. His son was like mental, right? The son killed his mom and stabbed his dad in the back twice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then killed himself.
And then killed himself with what? The knife?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like slit his throat.
He slit his own throat?
Yeah. And the governor was stabbed in the back twice, and the kid killed his mom. So like, don't tell me, oh man, he always does this. He never hurts anyone. Just because he hasn't hurt anyone yet doesn't mean he won't be willing to hurt anyone. Yeah. Like, it's an unfortunate situation. Don't get me wrong. It's very unfortunate. But you have to look at, there's endless possibilities where people could have gotten hurt. Did you look how many police? But you kind of see it. I mean, like I said, he was far away. But to me, them protesting and shutting down the city again is like, what is that going to help? It's just been, to me, what is that going to help with?
His name is Walter Wallace Jr.
Yeah.
27 years old, a family man. I don't know. That's more of like, I guess you kind of have to be there in this situation to really see it.
Different. Like, I wasn't there. I can't really tell you. I seen the camera. I seen the video. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Like, every time they shoot too much to me.
They do. They unload the clip. It's like, yo, what are you doing?
Guys, man, 1-2 shot. You don't need all that to stop on guy. You can literally shoot him in the arm, and then just get him down on the floor.
Not even the arm. You gotta shoot him in the legs, if anything. It's like, or an arm and leg. You know what I mean? But it's like to unload a clip into someone. That's like
it wasn't clip. They shot like 8 bullets
each.
yeah, each.
Yeah, dude. Like they I don't know. They just get trigger happy with it. I think maybe that's where people get a little upset. Is when they start unloading.
They watched the video and they're like, bro, how many times you had to shoot one guy who just had a knife on?
Because I think what people are just used to you shoot someone once and they drop to the floor. Like it's like
when you do excessive shots.
No, it's not even that. It's like you can get shot in the heart and you can still run for about a block. Like right. there's
I know, but they could have shot him just twice. That's
the only time you ever get shot and you just kind of drop is when you get it to the head.
By the way, I found the stat you couldn't find.
All right, what is it?
So in the United States, the U.S., there is estimated of up to 697,195 full-time law enforcement. So that's not just that's detectives.
Do you think they include like undercover agents in those types of numbers?
This is not FBI. This is sworn in law enforcement. Yeah.
What's an FBI then? FBI is not law enforcement?
Federal. That's federal agents.
That
is law enforcement, but that's a different branch. I don't think they're counting those.
So then they don't count like undercover people then?
Wait a minute, undercover cops? They do. Yeah. But they, like I said, this is the estimate. I'm not too sure as the FBI. I don't know really, but let's just say 697 cops. Yeah. 1,000 cops. Mm-hmm. We just found out that there was 382 million people in the U.S. That's it. Look at the number difference.
Yeah.
It's too much work for... Look how many people. It's less than 1 million. It's not even 1 million police officers out here. That's how bad it is. And they have to govern over all these people. It's too much. It's too much.
So you think we need more cops?
Yes. With more training and better... like I said, more training, better pay, less hours. Because, dude, these guys work... I have a relative. He works from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's shit. So you imagine you're working at night and you're tired as fuck and something happens and like
I gotta wake up
and you just shoot. You know what I mean? It's different. It's not a lot of people. Not a lot of people, man.
All right, well,
I think that's it for this episode.
I think so, yeah. Cut it short. Just got to say what we have to say. I don't think we said it yet, but rest in peace, Sean Connery, one of the original James Bond.
Rest in peace.
Hey, man. I like those types of movies.
Yeah, man.
He also did a bunch of movies. He was in like the Indiana Jones and shit.
All right. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. Yeah. Rest in peace. What's the dude that died?
Walter Wallace Jr.
Rest in peace, Walter Wallace Jr. That's it for this episode. My name's Khalif.
My name's Kevin.
And this is the Two Bunt Podcast. We are out. Peace.